Good afternoon. We are with Roger Zimmerman of ICU Home Inspections here in the Highlands at Brentwood, doing a video summary for Diane and Mel, who are purchasing this beautiful home here. And he's just finished the home inspection and he's going to go over some of the findings. So we're in the front here and you can see this nice deck. She's already got her boxes ready to go for her packing endeavor.
Yeah, this is a composite deck. It's made of plastic and wood. Lasts a long time. It's a good deck.
That's great. Okay, well let's go inside the home and then we can go over some.
Well, let's just go out here.
Okay.
Okay, the doorbell's not working.
Okay.
These homes are all made with particle board stuff, so I mean the home kind of needs to be painted. See the if you look down here, this is the skirting, if you will. This is a ground set mobile home. So the nails
manufactured.
Okay.
Very important. Okay.
So anyway, the nails are popping and whatever, and it's it can use some caulking, and you literally want to probably rake away the gravel a little bit and paint down low. The paint's original to the house. You can tell that by see the drip edge. It's not been painted and whatever.
Right.
So,
okay.
And so when you paint a house like this, you want to caulk all this because that's all composition wood. It's not
up there. Yeah, not the siding of the home, but the finish work
right.
is.
So
yeah.
you want to caulk all the cracks and stuff so
okay.
that it seals properly because composition wood tends to absorb moisture pretty good. The skirting is treated lumber. It's treated plywood, which is good. So it's not prone to rot, but anytime you get cracks and stuff,
yeah,
you want to seal that up and knock the nails in, like I said.
Yeah.
The siding is popping a little bit over here. See, you got some cracks there. This is popping. This is the west side of the home.
Okay, so that's the hardest. Yeah, the hottest part.
Yeah. So obviously it needs to be. It's time for it to be painted.
Okay.
And so you want to nail this together, caulk the seams, keep the water out, that kind of thing.
Okay. We have a great guy that paints too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These are dual pane windows. Some are single on, which means it slides up and down. This is where your water heater is. You got plenty of ventilation on all sides.
Good. There
is some kind of mineral deposits, whatever, around the TPV valve. This is a temperature release, pressure temperature release, whatever valve.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why that's leaking or has been in the past. It's not leaking now, but it's been leaking down there. And there's an element top, an element bottom heating element, and it's been leaking around that. This is original to the home. So this may want to be swapped out.
Yeah.
Probably do, but I don't know what this is. But it's not leaking now, and it's working.
Okay.
You know, the elements are all working and stuff, so that's cool. This is a night and day heat pump on the back, and it's brand new.
Yeah, it's just like a year old, I think.
Yeah, it's a 2016.
Oh, it's a 16, yeah.
And a heat pump means that it doesn't have any electric elements in it or gas or anything like that. It just reverses the refrigeration flow in heating and cooling. Pulls the heat out of the house or pulls it in from outside.
Yeah, the gentleman that is the husband has actually been in the heating cooling business his whole life. So, yep.
So he's quite familiar with all that stuff. You've got this is a sprinkler timer. It's running. They had it off. This is short. It needs to be dug up a little bit, maybe connected.
Oh yeah.
But it's only got one station in it, hooked up down here. So there's one valve, in-ground valve over on the, which would be the east side of the house. And it works. They had it off, but it's watering the drip system up front, which is the elevated planters, and maybe more. I don't know. But, I mean, it looks like there's some broken lines or something. You don't want to put too much water in that race because it'll get that skirting wet and potentially cause it to rot faster, you know.
Okay.
There's more vents here. This is a cool shed in that it's got galvanized steel for a framework down below. So anytime you put a shed on a slab like this, it stands a chance of getting water under it and this, that, and the other. But by having a galvanized frame like this, it eliminates that problem.
Yeah, it's a nice shed.
Yeah, and it's in good shape. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, a little ceiling, whatever. Okay, back here, the pedestal, here's your main power pedestal right there.
Yep.
And it's locked. It never should be locked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Find out where the key is. I didn't check in it to see what's going on in there, but what you'll have in here is typically the main breaker for the house, and then a breaker for that.
Yep.
And then sometimes there's a outlet or something switch in there as well. Never lock those.
Never lock them, yeah. You might need to turn them off.
That's right. It defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
The roof looks good here. The roof on the main house is original to the house. It's starting to show a little bit of fiberglass showing through here and there on the edges and stuff, which is typical for a 12-year-old home. This is called shake style roofing, and it's fiberglass shingles, but they're guaranteed basically for 30 years versus 20 years for a 3-tab fiberglass shingle.
Okay.
So there's plenty of life left in it, although it's showing some age.
Okay.
There's no tabs that are broke loose or anything like that. Same with this roof. This is a 3-tab roof here, though. You can see the individual tabs.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't have any anti-siphon valves on the hose bips. That one or this one. Which
Don't have what?
Anti-siphon valves.
Oh, I don't know what those are.
Well, it's for city. A little valve that goes on here and it screws in, and that way it won't. If the city water is off for whatever reason and it creates a suction back to the city, it doesn't suck back in chemicals or whatever, presumably. It's kind of a really shady thing, but that's what they require. You know how city rules are. So here's your water meter. You got 2 ball valves down below for a shut-off. This one's handle's kind of buried, but it doesn't matter. You can shut it off here.
Okay.
This is the sprinkler anti-siphon valve, and they had this off. And then here's your one sprinkler valve, which sources water up to the front.
Okay.
Like I say, I ran the timer in manual and whatever. Seems to work, but I would make sure that it's just drip system, and there's obviously a break up there.
Okay.
Shit's fine inside,
Yeah.
whatever. That's all. Okay, these are panels that they typically use on mobile homes. What'd you call it?
Manufactured homes.
Anyway, these panels, they'll use them on additions and stuff. These are like 4 by 8 or 10.
They're called solar panel insulated. Well, they're panels that they can use as their ceiling and their roof, and they've got like an R22 insulation value, right?
Yeah, they're foam, literally encased in aluminum.
Yeah.
So over here you've got a drain.
Yeah.
I looked at it from up top side. It doesn't seem to have visible exit ports here.
Yeah, this was something that kind of bothered them when they looked at it. They didn't understand why that was there.
Well, normally this would route down and not dump out like this.
Yeah.
And you can obviously do that, but I mean,
is it necessary to even keep that there?
This?
Yeah.
Well, this is a gutter.
I know, but there's a downspout here, is what I'm saying.
Well, more is not worse.
Okay. All right.
Especially when it's not a huge amount of runoff off of this roof, just this one.
So what would
area.
you suggest they do with that?
I suggest they clean it up.
Okay.
Make sure the downspouts are working.
Okay.
And then if they don't like this, they can just route it down.
Okay.
Down
All
below. Now this composition fascia is pulling loose here.
Yeah, I see that.
And it's pulling loose there. So that needs to be back in place.
Re-secured. That's hand-in-hand stuff.
Yep. So I ran the air con in heating and cooling mode. So it seems to be working fine. I have a question. So I went underneath, and you have a moisture barrier, which is unusual for down here in the valley. A moisture barrier is a plastic barrier that goes on the ground, which is cool. You have hurricane straps on the manufactured home.
We'll get you trained yet. Okay, so the vapor barrier goes up over the insulation that's under the home, and that keeps the moisture from going up into the home, right?
It does, but it's on the ground.
The vapor barrier is actually on the ground?
No. It's a moisture barrier, but it's something that normally up north in cold country they'll put that on the ground to keep the moisture from wicking up from the ground up underneath the mobile.
We don't see that here.
No, that's why I said it's unusual, but you have that.
Okay, so it's got something kind of as an extra protection underneath. Okay, got it.
So you got hurricane straps, of course, which is cool because you need that for if you're going to mortgage the property. But there is one spot with the moisture barrier that you're talking about on the underside of the manufactured home is tore away. Somebody's done some work, and it's basically underneath the kitchen area.
And about how big of an area would you say that is? Maybe 2 by 4?
1 by, something like that.
Okay. And is the insulation fallen down too, or is that still up?
It's not there.
It's not there.
So probably if you cared, you'd want to
replace the insulation
or something and tape it up
and put the barrier over it again. Okay, that sounds good. Was it just one spot?
Yeah, that I could see. I couldn't get all the way around under there because of all the ducting and what have you, but I basically was just on this side in the master bath, so.
Okay.
Yeah, just the one spot that I saw.
Okay. Did you have visibility to the second bath at all? No. Okay, so maybe we'll have the handyman just check there too and make sure that there isn't some vapor barrier insulation that's fallen down under the second bath. All right. Okay. But everything else looks good? Pipes look good? Nothing looks like it's leaking?
No.
Okay.
Somebody's done some work under there plumbing-wise because there's a piece of PVC under there, so that might be what they were doing in the kitchen area there.
All right. Oh, let's look at the threshold. You were going to show us.
Well, thresholds, normally it would be sitting on something or something, so this one is not. It's floating in the middle, and so it's caulked on here, and the caulk's broke loose and stuff.
Okay.
In the perfect world, you'd want it solid. You could maybe clear that caulk out and squirt some foam under it or something to solidify it.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
String dryer?
Yep.
So they work. I just did a rinse and a whatever there.
Okay.
So that's fine. This is a sub panel, which would be called a sub panel. It's your main panel in your mobile, but it's 200 amp service. Everything's fine in there. Kitchen, I didn't find anything wrong with. The floor is actually doing pretty well because
yeah, I noticed that.
It's a tile floor.
Yeah, it's in really good condition.
There is some grout popped over here.
Okay.
Right on the corner, you see. And there's a spot.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then the only thing I found in here that was this turntable doesn't turn off. Oh, maybe it does now. Let's see. Okay. You can't turn it off unless you...
Okay, we are with Ken Blassie of Arcadia Home Repair and Maintenance and Home Repair.
Arcadia Real Estate Rehab and
There we go. Anyway, so yesterday the video disconnected while we were in the middle of shooting this with the home inspector, so we're just going to take you through the house, and Ken's actually here. He's looking at these items, and we're going to see which things that he can go ahead and take care of. This thing keeps messing up. My camera is dysfunctioning. So anyway, so this is where the video cut off, and we've already kind of covered the turntable issue in the microwave, and that's something that the buyer has indicated they're okay with, so we don't need to worry about that. But if we want to go around this way, we're going to kind of note one of the items that they found in the inspection report in this little area on the left hand side, in this little, here we go, on the left. Yeah, so he noted that this is a little uneven and this needs to be caulked. So you can kind of see a hairline.
Yeah, just from settling.
Uh-huh. And there's a few, and we'll just go ahead and look at those little drywall cracks. So up here, and the home inspector did indicate that this is, you know, normal for homes like this that are not on foundations, but you can kind of see some up there, and then this way, and he said those can just be filled in and sponged. He did say that he would, you know, recommend this, the interior be painted at some point, but if somebody just wanted to repair those cracks. And then in this window right here, I think it was this one, it doesn't lift up, so if you want to just kind of show them, I think it was this one. Let's see. Nope, it's this one because this is open, but just go ahead and try to open that. You can see it's just difficult to open.
It's just like it rides off to the trail.
Yeah.
Looks like. I'd have to compare it to the other one to see why it's.
Okay.
Some of those windows have been like that since we moved here.
So it's just kind of off the track there.
It looks like this one has a good. Oh, it's set up differently.
So,
Oh, it's missing. There's a guide. See how this one has a guide
oh
here?
yeah.
This one doesn't have the guide over here.
Okay.
So,
So,
it's basically like a little plastic piece that just keeps it centered in between the two.
okay. All right. So we can go back through and make notes later then. So that was it in here. Said everything looked good in the kitchen. I know that one of the shelves he thought was missing next to the dishwasher. There's a couple little areas. Well, he said the floor looked good overall, so there was just a couple areas where the grout was. Let's see here. Here we go. There's the grout. And there's another little area right here. And then you can note the drywall crack up there too.
That's basically where they joined the two houses together.
Yeah, that's what he said. So I know you've done those repairs before, so
Yeah.
that shouldn't be a problem. And then everything was fine in here. One thing in the bathroom that he noted was you can see kind of right here that this is not even in the back.
Okay.
He's saying that the toilet is loose,
Yeah.
and so he said that that both the toilets actually need to be removed in a new seal.
Seal put on it.
Mhm.
That's easy enough.
Okay.
And when you set it back down, it'd be even. Then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he noted this little dog scratch area on the trim there. There's a tiny little crack up there, kind of hard to see. And then, oh, and also underneath the sink in there, I gotta show you that there's it wasn't this one. I know that there's that he thought it looked like.
That's another one.
Yeah, I think it was
That's
the
all
other one.
picture of it.
And then the shower door doesn't like stay shut, so he said that what needs to happen is that like you can, if you want to get in here, he said this can just be adjusted.
Yeah, it slides over. It just has the screws.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's still it's like 1/4 inch adjustment up on top.
Okay. And then same thing with this toilet in here. So both toilets, he said, need to be lifted and put the wax ring in. And then, yeah, let's go back in that bathroom again and I'll show you the underneath. So you can kind of see right there. Yep.
Probably replace this neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said too. Okay, and then I don't know if you can install a water softener, but they're interested in having a water softener installed.
I did Ginger's.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so this, he was wondering if maybe this, you could put it in this area.
I have to look to find out where the water lines, main water lines are to get to, right
Okay.
underneath the house,
Okay.
and then come up.
All right, that sounds good. And then right underneath here at the threshold, you can kind of see this, well, if we open it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So he said just kind of
But they-
scrape out that caulking, maybe put in a little foam or something
Yeah, 'cause
underneath.
they have non-expanding foam where it goes in or it doesn't go out like that white
Okay.
stuff, so it doesn't push everything out.
Yeah, good. Okay. And then we'll go outside. So this kind of just doesn't go anywhere. He said the gutter needs to be cleaned out, and then we want to get a price on just running this downspout straight down rather than having it go
Challenging
off.
part is where it's at.
Huh?
Challenging part is where it's at. Well, they've added to it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the original one.
Yep.
So they basically, I mean, that's why, so you don't walk into it. If you go that way down, you run it down to here, because if I stop it right there, it's going to go down.
Yeah.
So I'd have to run the pipe down to.
Okay. Well, why don't you quote that then?
Okay.
And then some of the fascia is come loose up there.
Oh, okay.
So, and you know, he's really recommending an exterior paint job on this. He said it's time. So, I mean, all that could be done at the time of painting, you know. And then we'll go out front. Now, he said that, I guess, his biggest concern, besides there's a padlock on the electrical box, which he says shouldn't be there, there is like a broken line here. It's a one-station bubbler.
Oh, it's a drip line problem.
Yeah, and so you just need to identify that, and then
Could be actually the spaghetti line might have came out for the plant.
Oh.
So you'd have the hole where the spaghetti line would normally put in. Even if the line's damaged, it's a simple $2 part that goes on it.
Okay, great. But you can see this this board all the way around the house. He said that all needs to be sealed.
Actually, what I did to the other house around the corner is I put a metal lip over it.
Oh.
So this way, when the water hits, it just goes. It's not absorbing into the wood. It's hitting the metal and deflecting down.
Okay. Yeah. So how does that look aesthetically? Is it just
Paint it the same color so it blends in. It's kind of like having a little drip line, your little metal
Oh,
lip
okay.
along up there. You just have it down there too.
Oh, okay, great.
This way, the water's not sitting on the top of the wood to soak in.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it sounds like it would be a more permanent fix to it for sure. Okay, so yeah, it goes all the way around. And then you can just kind of see how it is all the way around. But if they do an exterior paint, then that could all be done at the same time. So he said this just needs to be renailed.
Yeah. I'd actually use screws, holds better than.
Okay. And he said the water heater is working. He did note that it had had some corrosion, and it is an older water heater. So, you know, they may want to just keep this until it stops working. But why don't you also figure up a price on replacing the water heater if they decide they want to do that. And I got to tell Betty to remove the padlock. He said that's a big no-no. Oh, we can't go this way. All right, and then I'd never heard this before, but he said there should be some type of
Yeah, they put them here. Some parks actually go around and put them on when the residents take them off.
Oh, okay.
It's this little thing that goes on.
So it's it just, I guess.
Keeps water from going back in the system.
Yeah.
Same thing this does. Basically, just a small version of it.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's about it. Let's just go back in and check the list. And I think that was all. Very good report. Let's see here, we got the list. Oh, the doorbell doesn't work.
Is it a wired one or is it a battery?
I don't know.
It's a battery one. Probably battery then.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, and the towel bar in the master bedrooms or master bath is a little loose.
Tighten it up, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was it. Just, I think we've looked at everything. All right. So if you can get me an itemized detail of what you would charge to take care of the items on here, then I will get that to Mel and Diane.
Okay.
Thank you.